Today, we're ditching the American classics and heading down under to explore the untamed world of Australian muscle cars. That's right, forget Mustangs and Camaros. We're talking about thunderous V8s, scorching performance, and names that'll knock your socks off. These Aussie beasts are gonna blow your mind with their raw power and outrageous design. We're talking about 10 of the rarest, most obscure muscle cars ever to come out of Australia. These are rides that'll make even the biggest gearheads say, "Wait, what?" The Holden Hurricane. The Holden Hurricane was a special car built in 1969 not for racing, but to test new ideas for future cars. It was like a science experiment on wheels. Ditch the conventional doors. The Hurricane had a dramatic canopy that swung forward over the front wheels, making a stylish entrance effortless. The interior was a technological wonderland for the late 1960s. Instead of clunky dials and needles, the Hurricane boasted digital instruments, providing the driver with information in a sleek, modern way. Getting lost was a thing of the past thanks to Pathfinder, a precursor to GPS that relied on magnetic signals that embedded in roads. Other futuristic features included automatic climate control, a self-seeking radio, and a rear-view camera, an innovation many cars wouldn't adopt for decades to come. The Holden Hurricane may never have rumbled down public roads, but it wasn't just a show car. It was a testbed for advanced technologies and design ideas. This visionary concept serves as a testament to Holden's forward-thinking spirit and its commitment to pushing the boundaries of automotive innovation. The Ford Falcon XR7 GT. This muscle car began in 1967 with the Ford Falcon XR7 GT. Nicknamed the Golden Falcon due to its exclusive paint job, this wasn't just a cosmetic upgrade. Ford Australia aimed to create a performance champion, homologating the XR7 GT for racing. Under the hood, a potent 286 horsepower V8 engine borrowed from the Ford Mustang provided a thrilling ride. This powerhouse was paired with a heavy-duty suspension and upgraded brakes to handle the increased muscle. To tame this beast, drivers gripped a Mustang-inspired wood-rimmed steering wheel and shifted gears through a Hurst-like manual transmission. The XR7 GT wasn't all brute force, though. Subtle exterior tweaks hinted at its power. A bonnet scoop helped cool the engine, while a front spoiler improved aerodynamics. Inside, the Fairmont interior offered a comfortable driving environment with sporty touches like Stewart Warner gauges. Priced higher than a standard Falcon, the XR7 GT wasn't for everyone. But for those seeking a homegrown muscle car with undeniable racing pedigree, the Golden Falcon was a dream come true. With only a limited number produced, the XR7 GT remains a highly sought-after classic for Australian car enthusiasts. The Holden Torana GTR XU1. In the cutthroat world of Australian touring car racing, the Holden Torana GTR XU1 emerged as a force to be reckoned with. Built for homologation, meaning it needed a minimum number of road-going versions to be legal for racing, the XU1 wasn't exactly designed for comfort. It was a street-legal race car in disguise. Under the bonnet resided a fire-breathing 300-horsepower V8 engine, eager to propel the lightweight Torana to scorching speeds. Gone were plush seats and fancy sound systems, their place taken by lightweight bucket seats and a stripped-down interior focused solely on driving. Distinguishing features mark the XU1 as a predator on the road. A menacing black bonnet bulge hinted at the power lurking beneath, while wider wheel arches accommodated wider tires for superior grip during cornering. On the back, a prominent black spoiler provided crucial downforce at high speeds. The XU1 wasn't the most forgiving car to drive. Its stiff suspension prioritized handling over a smooth ride, and its powerful engine demanded respect. But for drivers seeking a true race car experience without a trailer, the XU1 was the ultimate weapon. It dominated the Australian Touring Car Championship, cementing its place as a legend in Australian muscle car history. The Chrysler Valiant Charger RT-E49. In 1971, the Chrysler Valiant Charger RT-E49 took the Australian muscle car scene by storm, and this wasn't your average showroom Chrysler. The E49 was a homologation special, a street-legal version of a race car built to meet racing regulations. Under the hood roared a mighty 360 horsepower V8 engine, ready to unleash ferocious acceleration. This powerhouse was strapped to a heavy-duty suspension and brakes, ensuring it could handle the extra muscle. The E49 wasn't just about brute force. Aerodynamic tweaks gave it a competitive edge. A large bonnet scoop fed cool air to the thirsty engine, while a front spoiler improved downforce at high speeds. These functional additions were subtle but effective. On the inside, the E49 offered a balance of performance and practicality. The standard Valiant interior was tweaked with sporty touches like bucket seats and a performance steering wheel. The E49's price tag put it out of reach for some, but for those after a true muscle car with undeniable racing pedigree, it was a dream come true. Packing a serious punch and boasting a competitive edge, the E49 earned its reputation as a muscle car killer on the Australian streets and racetracks. Ford Falcon GTHO Phase 3. The 1971 Ford Falcon GTHO Phase 3 was a monstrous Aussie muscle car built for dominance. Nicknamed the King of the Road, it was a homologation special, meaning it needed a street-legal version for racing approval. A massive 351 cubic inch V8 engine pumped out over 350 horsepower, making it a tire-shredding beast. Aerodynamics weren't an afterthought either. A functional shaker hood scoop helped cool the engine, while a front and rear spoiler kept it glued to the back. It carved its name in racing history, achieving victory at the prestigious Bathurst 1000 race in 1971. Though limited in production, the GTHO Phase 3 remains a holy grail for Aussie muscle car collectors. The Holden Commodore SSVC. In 1980, the Holden Commodore SSVC took the baton from the Holden Monaro as the new hero of Aussie muscle cars. While not as wild as some earlier offerings, it was a well-rounded performance machine. A 5-liter V8 engine under the hood dished out a respectable 175 horsepower, enough for thrilling acceleration. This was paired with sharper handling thanks to revised suspension. The Commodore SSVC wasn't all about outright power. It offered a comfortable interior and everyday usability, making it a great all-around car for the muscle car enthusiasts who didn't want to sacrifice practicality. It proved that muscle could be mature, paving the way for future generations of performance Commodores. The Ford Falcon XD Falcon. The 1981 Ford Falcon XD Falcon marked a turning point for Ford Australia. It ditched the boxy look for a sleek aerodynamic design that was both stylish and functional. And this wasn't just a cosmetic makeover. The hero variant, the Falcon GT, packed a 4.9-liter V8 engine with 205 horsepower, a good balance of muscle, and everyday usability. The focus shifted to handling too, with a revised suspension for a more composed ride. The XD Falcon wasn't the most extreme muscle car, but it was a significant step for Ford Australia. It started a modern design language while retaining the sporty spirit that Falcon enthusiasts craved. The Holden Commodore VL SS Group A. In 1988, Holden unleashed the Commodore VL SS Group A, which was a special built to dominate racetracks. This wasn't a muscle car for the faint of heart. A 5-liter V8 engine pumped up for racing turned out over 300 horsepower, transforming the Commodore into a track weapon. Aerodynamics got serious too, with distinctive body modifications like a large rear wing for increased downforce. While not exactly comfortable for daily commutes, the VL SS Group A ruled the tarmac. It became a force to be reckoned with on Australian racetracks, etching its name in muscle car history. The Ford Falcon XF Falcon GT. This 1988 Ford Falcon, the XF Falcon GT, marked the final chapter in a legendary bloodline. This wasn't just a muscle car, it was a farewell tribute to a beloved icon. Under the hood, a 5-liter V8 engine thumped out 225 horsepower, a respectable amount of muscle for the era. Handling was also sharpened thanks to a retuned suspension that provided a more planted feel on corners. The XF Falcon GT wasn't about chasing lap times or crazy horsepower figures. It was a driver's car, offering a balance of power and precision steering. Inside, the cabin remained comfortable, a testament to the car's grand touring capabilities. Though not the most radical muscle car, the XF Falcon GT was a fitting send-off. It stayed true to the spirit of the Falcon GT legacy, offering performance thrills and a package that could handle everyday driving. Today, it's a sought-after classic for Australian car enthusiasts, a reminder of a golden age in muscle car history. And that's it for our look at 10 of the wildest Aussie muscle cars you never knew existed. If you enjoyed this trip through Forgotten Thunder, leave a like and subscribe for more explorations into the forgotten corners of car history.